the kind of man your sister wants, and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maid along, and she'll match him up. Hold on, Dolly. If your eldest daughter needs a friend.
Mrs. Levi! Excuse me, have you seen Mrs. Levi? Oh, I just know I'm gonna miss that train.
Just name the kind of man your sister wants, and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maid along, and she'll match him up. Hold on,
Dolly Levi! That's right, Mrs. Dolly Levi. Point Galahad, marriage is arranged. Unfortunately, I won't be able to offer my usual lightning service today, as I have a previous appointment in the village of Yonkers, New York, arranging the second marriage of Mr. Horace Van de Gelder, the well-known half-a-millionaire. As my late husband, Ephraim Levi, always said, that means he has at least $2,000 cash. But I'll do my best to have you carried over somebody's threshold before the week is out. I might also add, I'm available for financial consultation, instruction in the guitar and mandolin, short distance hauling, and national monuments restored.
hold on, Dolly. She's the one the spinsters recommend. Just name the kind of man your sister wants, and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maid along, so she'll match him up. Hold on, Dolly.
Mrs. Levi! The train for Yonkers leaves in 5 minutes, and if we don't get there on time...
Well, Mr. Kemper, and not only will Horace Van de Gelder give you permission to marry his niece Ermengarde, even if you are a poor, struggling artist, but you will dance at your wedding, and not alone either, because I happen to be engaged in finding him a suitable second wife himself. What he really needs is someone steady to clean the house. As my late husband, Ephraim Levi, always said, marriage is a bribe to make a housekeeper think she's a householder.
Oh, I know all about that. Half of New York is going to propose to the widow Malloy this very afternoon.
Which is exactly why I'm on my way to Yonkers today, and can take on your case, knock off 4 lovebirds with 1 stone, or whatever I'll throw. I'll see only... Well. I seem to have left my railroad ticket in my other bag, which I took to the cleaners the other day, just before it burned down.
I'll buy a ticket for you, Mrs. Levi. But I just hope this is a wild goose chase.
And speaking of poultry, I'm also available for fresh country eggs, poodles clipped, ears pierced, and pierced ears replugged.
Just name the kind of man your sister wants, and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maid along, so she'll match him up. Hold on, Dolly.
Tell me, Mrs. Levi, what's in all this for you?
A living, Mr. Kemper. Some people paint, some sew. I meddle. I have always been a woman who arranges things for the pleasure and the profit it derives. I have always been a woman who arranges things like furniture and daffodils and lives. When a man with a timid tongue meets a girl with a diffident air, why should the tortured creatures beat around the bush when heaven knows Mother Nature always needs a little push? I put my hand in here, I put my hand in there, and a girl over 6'3" loves a boy who comes up to her ear. Surely it's obvious she'll never be seduced till some kind soul condescends to give her both a little boost. I put my hand in there, I put my hand in there. I have always been a woman who arranges things. It's my duty to assist the Lord of God. I have always been a woman who arranges things like luncheon parties, party games, and love. My approach at cosmetic art turned a frump rouge, but oh today, you would swear the Lord himself applied the rouge when I put my hand in there. Order a good hot lunch, and I'll meet you on board. Ephraim Levi, I'm going to get married again. I'm going to marry Horace Vandergelder for his money and send it circulating out among the people like rainwater, the way you taught me. And I want a sign from you sometime today that you approve. Oh, it won't be a marriage in the sense we had one, but I shall certainly make him happy. And I'm tired, Ephraim, tired of living from hand to mouth. So I want that sign.
Mrs. Levi!
Sometime today. Now, don't you worry, Mr. Kemper. We'll make that train. We'll get to Yonkers. You'll marry Ermengarde. Just leave everything to me. Oh, when my little pinky wiggles, some young maiden gets the giggles, then I make my knuckles active. Miley says she's so attractive. Then I use my index digits, and they both begin to fidget. Then I claim I'm home. Pressure is a song when I put my hand in there.
Association parade with all that bellowing in my ears.
Can't help it, Uncle. I love Ambrose Kemper.
And I'm saying too young to be in love with anybody. Here, hold it.
I'm not too young. I'm 17, and in another year I'll be an old maid.
And I forbid it. There to be an old maid, Ermengarde, and I'll cut you off without a second. But don't cry in front of the store. Then by thunder you weep in your room where you won't disturb the customers. And weep standing. I don't want no salt stains on the pillars. Connie! Cornelius! Barnaby!
You stamped, Mr. Vandergelder?
I did. I got news for you both. I'm going to New York City this afternoon to march in the 14th Street Association parade. And when I come back, you're going to have a mistress.
But I'm too young, Mr. Vandergelder.
Not yours, hell and damnation. Mine. Me, I'm getting married again. And in honor of the occasion, I'm promoting you, Cornelius, to chief clerk.
What am I now, Mr. Vandergelder?
You're an impertinent fool, that's what you are. And I'm promoting you from impertinent fool to chief clerk. Any more questions?
Yes.
What? What?
Does the chief clerk get one evening off a week?
So that's the way you thank me for your promotion, is it? No, sir, you'll attend to the store as usual. Now get back to work. Evenings off. Marrying artists. Foolishness. 99% of the people in this world are fools. And the rest of us are in great danger of contamination. Why, even I was once young, which was foolish. And I got married, which was foolish. And was poor, which was more foolish than anything else. Then my wife died, which was foolish of her. And I grew older, which was sensible of me, and became rich and friendless and mean, which in Yonkers is about as far as you can go. Oh, I know what you're wondering now. How a man of so much good sense could be foolish enough to want to get married again. Well, I've two reasons for it. In the first place, I like my house run with order, comfort, and economy. And that's a woman's work. But even a woman can't do it well if she's merely being paid for it. To run a house well, a woman's got to have the feeling that she owns it. And in the second place, ladies and gentlemen, well, I can see by your faces that you've guessed it already. There's nothing like mixing with women to bring out the foolishness in a man of sense. And that's a risk I'm willing to take. After many years of caution and hard work, I've a right to a little risk and adventure. And I'm thinking of getting married. Yes, like all you other fools, I'm ready to risk a little security for a certain amount of adventure. It takes a woman, what powder to take, to joyously clean out the drain and the sink. And it takes an angel with long golden lashes and softest of fingers, but up in the ashes.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life.
That brave young maiden who's constantly there, for washing and bluing and shoeing the mare. And it takes a female for setting the table and weaning the Guernsey and cleaning the stable.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. And so she'll work until infinity. 3 cheers for femininity. Rah, 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 F-E-M-I-T-Y.
Get out of here! And in her winter to shovel the ice and lovingly set out the traps for the mice. She's a joy and treasure, but practically speaking, to whom can you turn when the plumbing is leaking?
To that dainty woman, that fragile woman, that sweetheart, that mistress, that wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman,
A husky woman,
to bring you the sweet things in life.
Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh, yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life.
Congratulations, congratulations, 1,000 congratulations.
what? What?
Congratulations, Mr. Van de Gelder. The whole of New York is buzzing with the news that you'd practically proposed to the widow Malloy. All the streets are lined with eligible young ladies prostrate with grief. All my congratulations and sympathy.
Sympathy?
Did I say that? Oh, a slip of the tongue, that's all. No, I'm delighted with the happy news. After all, she wasn't that easy to unload. Oh, by that I mean, well, you know what people said. Although I, for one, never believed in those rumors. No, I didn't.
Rumors? What rumors?
Oh, nothing to get upset about, Mr. Van Gelder. According to all known facts, her first husband passed on quite naturally. It's just that he went so sudden. One taste of her angel food cake and he was right up there with them.
Now, wait a minute, Mrs. Levi. You mean to say...
I mean to say nothing. Besides, you can always hire a taster. Oh, by the way, she ordered her wedding gown. Oh, beautiful. Black. Well, as I said before, Mr. Van Gelder, all my congratulations on your forthcoming nuptials. And may you rest in... may guardian angels watch over you both.
Now, hold on, Mrs. Levi. You introduced me to Mrs. Malloy, and rumors or no rumors, I intend to call on her this afternoon as arranged.
Very well then, Mr. Van Gelder. Then there's nothing else for me to do but to go back to New York and tell the other girl, the heiress, not to wait.
What? Wait, what did you say?
Nothing, a word. Heiress.
Particulars. Particulars, I need particulars. Her name.
Money. Ernestina Money.
What a lovely, lovely name.
The picture, if you will. Hair as shiny as a newly minted dime. Eyes big, round as silver dollars. Age 19, height 5'2", waist 47.
Waist 47.
Oh, that's with the money belt. Now, I could arrange for you to meet this Ernestina this very afternoon.
I ain't got time, Mrs. Levi. I'm going to New York City this afternoon to march in the 14th Street Association parade.
What an amazing coincidence. Guess who's been chosen to ride on the main float? The spirit of 14th Street? Miss Money. Her mother was a cashier.
All right, Mrs. Levi. I'll meet Miss Money at the end of the parade, but I still intend calling on Mrs. Malloy first.
Oh, dear, what races you do make me run. Very well, then, Mr. Van Gelder. I'll meet you on that bench outside Mrs. Malloy's hat shop at 2:30 as usual.
One more thing, Mrs. Levi. Suppose I decide against Mrs. Malloy, and I don't like Miss Money neither.
Well, then, I do happen to have just one more name on my list. A name I know as well as my own. But we won't go into that right now. It'll come up by itself, all in good time. Don't you worry about that. Oh, but wait till you see Ernestina, Horace. A vision, a dream.
Powdered and pink, to joyously clean out the drain and the sink. And it takes an angel with long golden lashes for winning the fingers and dumping the ashes.
Yes, it takes a woman. La la dee 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 dee. La dee dee da dee dee la la. You know, Ephraim, I think I'll have that front room done over in blue wallpaper. Yes, in blue. To the guard, I'm closed. We got plans to make.
Promoted from chief clerk to chief clerk. And if I'm good, in 10 years I'll be promoted to chief clerk again. 33 years old and I still don't get an evening free. When am I going to begin to live?
Well, you can live on holidays, Cornelius.
Did you forget what we did last Christmas? All those canned tomatoes went bad and exploded, and you and I cleaned up the mess all afternoon. Do you call that living?
No.
Barnaby, you and I are going to New York.
You mean close the store?
Uh-huh.
Cornelius, we can't.
We have to. Some more rotten tomato cans are going to explode.
Holy composers! How do you know?
I'm gonna light this candle under them, that's how I know. That'll make such a smell, customers won't be able to come into the place for 24 hours. That'll get us an evening off. We're going to New York, Barnaby, and we're going to live. We're going to have a good meal. We're going to be in danger. We're going to spend our money. We're going to be arrested.
Holy composers!
And one more thing. We're not coming back until we've each kissed a girl.
Cornelius, you can't do that. We don't know any girl.
I'm 33 years old. I've got to begin sometime.
Well, I'm only 17, Cornelius. It's not so urgent for me.
New York, Barnaby. Elevated trains. The lights of Broadway. The stuffed whale at Barnum's Museum.
Stuffed whale?
A stuffed whale. What do you say, Barnaby?
Yes, Cornelius. Yes!
Now, the first thing to do is to make you financially independent. I know. I'll find you a job. Can you dance?
I'm an artist, Mrs. Levi. I paint.
Well then, my card.
Mrs. Dolly Levi. Painters taught how to dance.
Now, I'm going to give you a little note to take to Rudolph Reisenweber, the head waiter of the Harmonia Gardens restaurant on 14th Street, and have you both entered for the polka contest. The prize is a week's engagement and a solid brass cup. Believe me, many marriages have started on less.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Levi, but no fiancé of mine is going to step foot in a pleasure palace.
And what's wrong with pleasure, Mr. Kemper? My late husband, Ephraim Levi, believed in hard work. Oh, yes, but not without a few good times in between. Why, every Saturday night from the first days we were married, down those red stairs of the Harmonia Gardens we came and danced the night away. It's been 10 years since I've been there, but I can hear that music still.
It's all very well to hear music, Mrs. Levi, but work there.
It's the only way to show Horace Vandergelden we mean business. Now, you go to the Harmonia Gardens this afternoon and say Mrs. Levi sent you. And incidentally, you can tell Rudolph Dolly's coming back. And I want a table for two and a chicken for 8 o'clock tonight.
The ones on the bottom row look okay, Cornelius. Now hold the candle on the ones on top. Not too close. They're swelled up like they're ready to bust. Holy composers! Cornelius, you can smell it up here.
Let's get dressed, Barnaby. We're going to New York. Out there's a world outside of Yonkers. Way out there beyond this pig town, Barnaby. There's a slick town, Barnaby. Out there, full of shine and full of sparkle. Close your eyes and see it glisten, Barnaby. Listen, Barnaby. Put on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of world out there. Get out the brilliantine and dime cigars. We're gonna find adventure in the evening air. Girls in white and a perfume night with a light as bright as the stars. Put on your Sunday clothes, we're gonna ride through town in one of those new horse-drawn open cars. We'll see the shows at Delmonico's and we'll close the town in a whirl. And we won't come home until we've kissed a girl.
Put on your Sunday clothes when you feel down and out. Sit down the street and have your picture torn. Just like a dream, your spirit seems to turn about. That Sunday shine is a big sign that you feel as fine as you are.
Beneath Paris, all the world is all a smile. The everything seemed to turn around. That Sunday shine is a certain sign that you feel as fine as you look. Beneath your parasol, the world is all a smile. The nation feel brand new down to your toes. Get out your feathers, your proud and leathers, your big and mockers and bows. For there's never one day in your Sunday beneath your polo brim, the world's a simple song. Whatever hilt that makes you tilt your nose. Get out your sneakers, your flannel knickers, your red suspenders and bows. For there's no blue Monday in your Sunday clothes.
And the God stop scribbling, don't cry on the police. She has missed the tree and thank the Lord. Lovely, you're improving. Now get all 11 pieces. We're 7 minutes late. On aboard!
Every Sunday closes once a world out there. Wearing shoes. Practical adventure in the evening air. Town will drop to a smoky spot where the girls are hot as a glue. In your high silk hat and got the turned-up coat. Wear a handmade dress with heart and gold. We'll join the Astors and Tony Masters and mix a positive vibe. Happy won't come home. Happy won't come home. Happy won't come home until we roll it by.
Oh, dear Almighty, look at that. 10 o'clock and the shop not open yet. It's all because of the impending marriage, I tell you. What marriage? Oh, I thought you knew. Why, the marriage Mrs. Levi directly between Mr. Horace Van de Gelder, the well-known Yonkers half-millionaire, and my employer and friend, Mrs. Irene Malloy. Nothing will ever take the place of her late husband, Mr. Peter Malloy, may rest in peace wherever he is, and I'm sure. Oh, it's all too much. What with new husbands and late marriages, and on top of everything else, Miss Mortimer, returning this hat for the 3rd time. Same old story. She wants more cherries and feathers. Cherries and feathers. To catch a beau, I suppose. Although if you ask me, she'd do better with a nice heavy veil. Ribbons down our back, I told her. Ribbons down our back is what we'll be wearing this summer if you want to catch a gentleman's eye. But she'd have none of it. Cherries and feathers she wants. On today of all days. As if the poor dear sweet Mrs. Malloy hasn't got enough in her mind what with.
With what, Minnie?
With the door. It's stuck.
Stuck? What nonsense. All right, Minnie. Let's have it. That's right. The question that's been on the tip of your tongue all week. Go on, say it. Why am I marrying Horace Van de Gelder?
Oh, Miss Malloy, I didn't ask you that. I would rather die on the rack than ask you such a personal question. But as long as you did bring it up.
I am marrying Horace Van de Gelder for one reason and one reason alone, Minnie. To get away from the millinery business. I just hate hats. And I can no longer stand being suspected of being a wicked woman with nothing to show for it.
Mrs. Malloy.
Don't protest, Minnie. All millineresses are suspected of being wicked women. That's why I can't go to restaurants or balls or theaters. That's all the proof they need. Take my word for it, Minnie. Either I marry Horace Van de Gelder or I break out of this place like a fire engine. Oh, no. Not Miss Mortimer again.
Miss Mortimer, I'll take care of it.
No, Minnie. Leave it be. You can make another hat for Miss Mortimer if you like. But I'll be wearing this one myself.
Oh, Mrs. Malloy, you can't. You're a widow. And that hat, well, it's provocative. That's what.
Is it me? Well, who knows who may walk into the shop today, and provocative may be just what I want to be.
Mrs. Malloy. I'm about to ask you, but I'm gonna ask it anyhow. Do you love Horace Van de Gelder?
No, me, I don't. Peter Malloy, God rest him, was my share of love, and I'm not saying I was shortchanged. Once is enough for a woman as long as it's true love, and that it was. Minnie, look. There's two men staring at the shop.
Men?
Why, I do believe they mean to come in here.
Oh, men in the shop, Mrs. Malloy, what should we do?
Do? Why, flirt with them, of course. I'll give you the short one.
Oh, Mrs. Malloy, you with all that talk of love.
I've had enough with love, Minnie. It's a bit of adventure I could do with now. We'll get them all heated up and then drop them cold. It'll be good practice for married life. Now, into the workroom with you, Minnie. I know some ways we can perk up our appearances. Besides, a bit of a weight will make them nervous and easier for us to...
If you say that, I'll scream.
Zap!
Ah!
We'll get a bit of adventure out of this yet, Minnie.
We'll get an adventure out of this yet, Barnaby. All day long we wander around New York and nothing happens. And then we come to the quietest street in the city, And suddenly,
Vandergelder,
is he still out there?
you're sitting right on that bench. Cornelius, are you sure this is an adventure?
You don't have to ask, Barnaby. When you're in one, you know it's right. How much money have you got left?
40 cents for the train back, 30 cents for dinner, and 20 cents to see the whale. Why?
Well, when those two women come out, we'll have to pretend to be customers. Maybe the best thing to do is to make them think we're rich. Then we won't have to spend anything. We're two men about town looking for hats for ladies. Good afternoon, Mrs.
Malloy.
Cornelius Hackle here. Barnaby Tucker here.
My pleasure, gentlemen. Now, what can I do for you?
Well, you see, we're two ladies about town, and we were kind of...
And we're looking for two ladies to put under them.
want a hat, that's all. For a lady, of course. And everybody said to come to Mrs. Malloy's because she's so pretty. Oh, I mean, her hats are so pretty.
And so reasonable too, Cornelius. As reasonable as under $1 will still leave us enough to see the whale.
You gotta pay him no mind, ma'am. He's come all the way from Yonkers to see the stuffed whale, and he's all excited. Just keep an eye on that street, Barnaby, and maybe you'll see him pass by.
Is it big and black with me little red eyes?
Yes.
Sitting right on that bench.
Excuse me, Mr. Hackle, but did you say Yonkers?
Yes, ma'am, Yonkers. And forgive me for saying this, but you should see Yonkers. By that I mean, perhaps Mr. Malloy would like to see Yonkers too?
Oh, I'm a widow, Mr. Hackle.
You are? Barnaby! She's a widow! Oh, that's too bad. I'm sure Mr. Malloy would have enjoyed seeing Yonkers, especially in that hat. I mean you, of course, not Mr. Malloy, may he rest in peace. Mrs. Malloy, if you should ever happen to have a Sunday free in the near future... Oh, you're Catholic, aren't you? Don't let that worry you. I'd be willing to change. Well, if you did have a Sunday free, I'd be more than pleased to show you Yonkers from top to bottom.
Well, as a matter of fact, Mr. Hackle, I might be there sooner than you think.
Oh, really?
You see, I have a friend who lives in Yonkers.
Do you?
Perhaps you know him.
Perhaps we do.
Although it's always foolish to ask in cases like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Mr. Vandergelder.
Morris Vandergelder? Vandergelder's ham feet?
Do you know him?
No.
No.
Mr. Vandergelder's a substantial man and well-liked, they tell me.
Oh, a lovely man, Mr. Malloy, just lovely. Has only one fault as far as I know. He's hard as nails.
Cornelius, I think you might
Begging your pardon, Malloy.
Gentlemen, what are you doing?
Help us, Mrs. Malloy. We'll explain later.
Come out of there at once.
We're as innocent as can be, Mrs. Malloy.
Well, really, Mr. Hackle, Mr. Tucker, I insist you both come out of there at once, or I shall be forced to call Mr. Vandergelder.
Mrs. Malloy, I don't suppose you've seen Mrs. Levi, have you? She was supposed to meet me on that bench 10 minutes ago. Still, she'll just have to go looking for me if she comes now. When I make appointments, I like people to be on time. Oh, here's a present for you. Chocolate-covered peanuts, unshelled. That's the expensive kind. Didn't I see you just talking with two men?
Men? Men, Mr. Vandergelder? Now, what would men be doing in a hat store? Well, Mr. Vandergelder, how are things in the hay and feed business? I hear you have 3 friends all as hard as nails. I mean...
What? Mrs. Malloy, what are you talking about?
Yonkers. I hear it's a beautiful city.
Yonkers? Who's been telling you about Yonkers, may I ask?
Nobody. A friend.
A friend?
Well,
He?
A customer, Mr. Vandergelder. Someone quite well-to-do, as a matter of fact. Although it's usually silly to ask in cases like this, you might even know him. It's a Cornelius Hackle.
What? Did you say Hackle?
Yes, why?
He happens to be my chief clerk, Mrs. Malloy, that's all. I demand an explanation.
And I'm going to give it to you. Why shouldn't she know Cornelius Hackle? Everybody in New York knows Cornelius Hackle. He's here at the opera, in all the fashionable homes. Why, he's at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant 3 times a week.
Impossible. He's only got $145.35. And I keep that in my own safe.
Oh, Mr. Van Gelder, you're killing me. He's one of the hackles. They built the canal.
What canal?
Mr. Van... Both.
Ain't the same man.
Who took the horses out of Jenny Lynn's carriage and pulled her through the streets?
Who?
Cornelius Hackle. And who dressed up as a waiter at the Fifth Avenue Hotel and dropped oysters down Mrs. Astor's?
Who?
I couldn't possibly swear, but it was Cornelius. He's the playboy of New York. Now, I mean, don't deny it. I can see you were taken with him just like everybody else.
Dolly, what are you saying? I've only seen the man once in my life. Oh, really, Dolly, I'm surprised.
There's a man in there!
Well, now, wait a minute. There's a man in there.
You can't. It's too dangerous.
No man that hides in a lady's closet can frighten me, Mrs. Levi. Stand aside.
No man, indeed. I'm sure you'd make short work of any man. Those muscles now, I can see them rippling back and forth under your coat. Ripple, 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 back and forth.
Mrs. Levi, will you kindly stand aside?
Stand indeed, Mr. Van Gelder. And that's exactly what the court will want to know when you're accused of entering that closet without a search warrant. I mean, what do you stand for if you don't stand for the laws of this great land? I know what I stand for. Sit down, Horace. I stand for motherhood, America, and a hot lunch for all. Take off your hat, sir, while your country's flag is passing. Do you see them on the hill at Gettysburg, neath that great triumphal arch? If you see them when they're tramping through the grapes of wrath, stand up and march, march, march.
Has this not affected you, sir? I came here at the age of 14 as a poor immigrant girl from a land that oppressed my people. And I must echo here what was said by that great and patriotic American. Moses? I stand for motherhood, America, and a lunch for orphans. Take off your hat, sir, as the tasty people passing. Do you see him on the field at Waterloo? In that great triumphal arch, hear him singing Dixie the sugar cane. March, march, march. I stand for motherhood, America, and the
There couldn't possibly be a man in that closet. God bless you.
Mrs. Malloy.
All right, Mr. Van Gelder. There is a man behind that screen. And another under that table.
Good Lord. The whole room's crawling. I'll never get over it. Congratulations, Irene, darling.
There also happens to be a very simple explanation, Mr. Van Gelder. But for the present, good afternoon.
I take it I'll see you later on this afternoon, Mr. Van Gelder.
You certainly will, Mrs. Levi, with a certain young lady at the end of the parade. Good day, Mrs. Malloy.
patience, Mr. Hackle. Just you and Mr. Tucker do me the pleasure of leaving my shop at once, or I shall be forced to call for Officer Garrett.
The very thing I really sent for the Lord once. You could have them both put away for years on a charge like this. Help, police, help. Only have dinner with them first. Dinner? To show you tried to settle it amicably. That's the way things are done in the law, I mean. Dinner first, dungeons afterwards.
Well, if it must be, Mr. Hackle, Mr. Tucker, you may take Miss Fay and myself to dinner.
Oh, delighted, Mrs. Malloy. I speak for Barnaby, too. Now, I hear there's a very nice restaurant in the railway station.
Oh, no, Mr. Hackle. If the Harmonia Gardens is good enough for your fashionable friends, it's good enough for us. They say they have a lovely orchestra there, Minnie.
Oh, we couldn't go there, Mrs. Malloy. Now, don't misunderstand me. It isn't the money or anything like that. It's the dancing. You see, they have dancing at a place like that. Exhibitions, even contests. And I don't know how. It would take me weeks, months, years to learn. Mrs. Dolly Levi, 33-year-old chief clerks taught how to...
Now you put one hand.
It's no use, I have absolutely no sense of rhythm.
Absolutely no sense of rhythm is one of the primary requirements of learning by the Galahad-Levi method. Just give me 5 minutes of your time, Mr. Hackle, and I'll have you dancing in the street. Now, we'll start with lesson 7, the waltz kick turn. Now it's simple. Right foot touch, left foot touch. Under, back, around, under, back, and forward. Oh, that's wonderful. When I think of the lucky women who are going to find heaven in your arms. Let's go back to lesson 1. Put your hand on her waist and stand. With her right in your left hand. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1.
Look, I'm dancing!
Whoa!
Well, I was.
Of course you were, Mr. Hackle. Take this, someone who's on your ear. Hold on to her tight, and spin. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Wow! I'm dancing!
Turn around, try floating through the air. Can't you be a little more aesthetic?
Don't you think my dancing has a polish and a flair?
The word I think I'd use is athletic.
Oh, my heart is about to burst. My head is about to pop. And now that we're dancing, can't we ever stop? Look at me, everybody. I, Cornelius Hackle Sport, am dancing.
You're next, Mr. Tucker. Glide and step, and then step and glide.
And everyone, stand aside!
Careful, Mr. Tucker. Oh!
Look, he's dancing.
You learn to polka if you put to go song, or the tango for the passion stealing.
I'm doing that cortisol bandcast gliding show!
Whatever you do, for God's sake, keep breathing. My heart is about to
14th Street parade. Everybody will be marching.
Why, Irene, you're crying.
Oh, Dolly, the world is full of wonderful things. Come with us, Dolly.
Ephraim, let me go. It's been long enough, Ephraim. Every evening for all these years, I've locked the door, put out the cat, made myself a rum toddy, and then before going to bed, I've said a prayer thanking God that I was independent and that no one else's life was mixed up with mine. And then, one night, an oak leaf fell out of my Bible. I placed it there when you asked me to marry you, Ephraim. A perfectly good oak leaf, but now without colour and without life. And I suddenly realized that I was like that leaf. For years I had not shed one tear, nor had I been filled with that wonderful hope that something or other would turn out well. And so I've decided to rejoin the human race. I'm going to marry Horace Vandergelder and Ephraim. I want you to give me away. Before the parade passes by, I've gotta get in step while there's still time left. Before the parade passes by.
Dolly Levi, I've searched every damn float in this parade, and I can't find a Miss Money amongst them.
Oh, nothing to get upset about, Horace. A last-minute substitute. Miss Money had a sudden urgent business appointment at the bank. They were running a little short and she's helping out. But she'll meet you at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant at 8 o'clock tonight.
That's the most expensive restaurant in the city.
That's why I'm glad you suggested it. Oh, it's 10 years since I've been there, but oh, what food! And the fastest waiters in New York. By the way, I might be a little late getting there, so I'll have Miss Money meet you in front of the restaurant. Wait till you see her, Horace. All in buttercup yellow and baby pink shoes, and humming an old-fashioned tune. Sweet Rosie O'Grady. You couldn't miss her if you tried.
All right, Dolly. I'll be there, but only because I've already paid for the introduction and I might as well get my money's worth. But from this point on, you're hereby discharged as my marriage broker. Is that clear? From this moment, Dolly Gallagher, you're just a woman like anybody else.
Why, Horace Vandergelder, that's the nicest thing you ever said. Ephraim, he's as good as mine. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna go and taste Saturday's high life. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get some life back into my life. I'm ready to move out in front. I've had enough of just passing by life with the best of them and the rest of them. I can hold my head up high, for I'm gonna call again
Mr. Hackle, we've just loved looking at the lights of 14th Street these past 4 hours. But now perhaps you'd better call a hack, or we won't get to the Harmonia Gardens in time. Oh, there's one. Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo! Oh, we couldn't do that, Mrs. Malloy. It isn't the money or anything like that. It's just that nowadays, elegant people never take hacks.
Oh no, Hex is out.
They all go by streetcar.
Streetcars is in.
Just think I've been elegant all my life and never knew it.
Of course, if you want to be really elegant,
We do.
you walk.
Yes, New York, it's really us gonna be in.
Cornelius.
All the friends of Mr. Hackle are feeling great and look spectacular.
What a knack there is to that acting like a full aristocrat. We've got elegance. If you ain't got elegance, you can never ever carry it off. Well-bred, agree, need fame, has pedigree.
Exercise your wildest whims tonight. We are out with diamond gems tonight.
What they be misleading us.
Silver spoons were used for feeding us. We got elegance. If you ain't got elegance, you can never ever carry it on. Middle class, don't speak of it, savoir-faire. We reek of it.
Some were born with rags and patches, but
We use dollar bills for matches
And
and
Vanderbilt counts house to us.
J.P. Morgan scrapes and bows to us.
we got elegance. We were born with elegance.
Have you noticed, when I hold my cup, the saucer never moves?
and the way I hold my pinky up, and you bit of liberal.
We got elegance. We got built in elegance and with elegance. We'll carry it on. Elegance. If you ain't got elegance, you can never ever carry it on. We got elegance.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Malloy. Barnaby. Mrs. Malloy.
Yes, Mr. Hackle.
Mrs. Malloy, as we start inside,
Yes, Mr. Hackle.
may I put my arm around your waist?
Yes, Mr. Hackle. But I might as well warn you, a corset is a corset.
But I don't want to be on the stage. I just want to get married.
You heard what Mrs. Levi said. This is the only way to show your Uncle Weenie business. Now, can you weep a little faster? Also in your high step. Faster!
Attention, please. I have an important announcement to make. After an absence of several years, they will return to the Harmonia Gardens restaurant tonight. The lady who always had the happiest smile, the warmest heart, and the largest appetite in the city of New York. But it is my order as head waiter of the Harmonia Gardens and your supreme commander that tonight of all nights, our usual lightning service will be twice as lightning as ever, or else. This table satisfactory, sir. The private dining rooms cost a little more, but they do afford the best view for the entertainment.
$1, Cornelius. That's all that's left.
Are you sure? Count it again.
Tonight we're out with two of New York's best known sports.
I did make a mistake, Cornelius. There's only 90 cents. I'll count it once more.
No, don't. We can't afford it.
I hope you will find this table large enough, Mr. Van. You see, Mrs. Levi told me nothing about you bringing your,
My personal physician. That's enough, Rouge, Doctor.
Mrs. Levi only ordered a chicken for two.
Chicken? Chickens is dear.
Un pâté maison, soup de jour, pomme soufflé.
Why didn't somebody tell me this was an Oriental establishment? Bring us 2 roll bowls of rice, knock it out.
Great grindstones! What a sensible girl! Waiter, bring us 4 glasses of beer, some cheese, and a loaf of yesterday's bread.
Yesterday's bread? Oh, Cornelius, now I know how you have half of New York in stitches all the time. Minnie, have you ever eaten pheasant?
Pheasant?
Say, let's order something to hold us till the rice comes. Waiter, would you bring a roast suckling pig with chestnut and oyster stuffing, cheese fondue, and some lady fingers? Now, what'll you have?
Cornelius, but I'm sure the peasants are French. Waiter, we'll take 4 of these and a nice red wine.
Wait a minute. No wine.
No wine?
Champagne.
Champagne!
It's once in a lifetime, Barnaby. Champagne and Neapolitan ice cream. And Barnaby, give the band leader 5 cents and tell them to play the Washington Post March. We want music while we dine.
Hey, this is a cafe, isn't it? Let's dance.
The Vandergelders do not dance, Miss Money. We're Presbyterian.
All right, I'll dance myself. Give him $2 for the band leader, will you? And tell him to play something real fine. A hoochie coochie. Oh, Mr. Vandergelder.
All right, Cornelius, I'll pay for the band, but promise you won't order anything else.
You wait here, Miss Money, and I'll ask them to play a nice waltz.
Excuse me, waiter. Here's 5 cents for the band leader. Would you ask him to play the Washington... Cornelius! Cornelius!
Here, you. Give this dime to the band and tell them to play a nice waltz.
Cooey, hurry!
Oh, Miss Money.
Cornelius? My wallet! I've lost my wallet!
Oh, no. What?
Here, you. That's my wallet.
Excuse me, but that's my wallet.
Oh.
I know it's mine because it has nothing in it but $1, 3 cents, 5... Cornelius!
Sir! Sir! What's all this shouting? How many times have I told you not to shout, boys? This is the Harmonia Gardens restaurant, not one of those horrible...
Well, sir, she's here.
What?
The lady.
Are you sure, boy?
Like you said, sir, 8 o'clock on the nose, up pulls a carriage and out steps a tall lady with red hair.
Yes, Mrs. Levi, she's back!
No, is it true?
I saw somebody laughing outside the kitchen window. Yes, it's Dolly. She's back. Fritz, tell the band she just stepped out of her carriage.
No, is it true? No.
Yeah, she just stepped out of a white and gold carriage, pulled by 6 black horses with scarlet grooms. Up in 10 years. Oh, fire again.
She's here.
Hello,
Excuse me, girlie. Dolly! What are you dressed like that for? And you're half an hour late. And I want a word with you about this...
Ernestine?
Yes, you wanted to do the hoochie-coochie.
Well, she always was artistic. Horace, I'm going to have our table moved down front. There's someone in the dance competition I particularly want you to see. Another word about it, I'm as shocked as you are, I can't seem to think. What have you got that's ready immediately?
We got what you wanted, a chicken. Now, about this hoochie-coochie girl.
Did you say a chicken? I don't think I could face a chicken. Not a chicken. Not today. Not after what's happened.
Good! Cancel the chicken.
And bring a turkey.
What?
Oh.
What are you doing now?
Oh, nothing. Just looking the place over, getting acquainted with the surroundings.
That's just like you, Dolly. Always wanting to know everything. Always poking your nose into other people's affairs. Anybody that married you would be as nervous as a cat.
What? What's that you're saying?
I said anybody that married you.
Horace Vandergelder, get that idea right out of your head this minute. I'm surprised you even mentioned such a thing. Understand once and for all that I have no intention of marrying you.
I didn't mean that.
Well, I certainly do hope not. Horace Vandergelder, you go your way, and I'll go mine. I'm not so Irene Malloy, whose head can be turned by a few chocolate-covered peanuts. Until, why the idea of you even suggesting such a thing?
Dolly Levi, you misunderstood me.
Well, I certainly do hope not. However, we won't discuss it anymore. Here's the waiter with our food. I'll serve Mr. Vandergelder, Rudolph. Oh, how scrumptious. Oh, lovely. Oh, here's some white meat for you. Oh, and some dumplings, light to the air. Oh, and some giblets, very tender and very good for you. Now, as I said before, you go your way and I'll go mine. Now, you start writing on the wine and you'll feel better at once. However, since you brought the matter up, there's one more thing I'm going to say.
I didn't bring the matter up at all.
One more thing I'm going to say before we forget all about it. It's true I'm a woman who likes to know everything that's going on, who likes to manage things. But I wouldn't like to manage anything as out of control as your household.
It's not out of control.
Oh, very well, Horace, let's not say another word about it. Oh, have some beets. They're good.
I don't like beets.
That's good. No, a quarrelsome, complaining, friendless soul like you is no sort of companion for me. You salt your beets and I'll salt mine.
Will you stop saying that?
I won't say another word.
Good.
Except this.
I won't listen.
Then have some more beets, Horace. They're good.
I don't like beets. I hate beets.
That's nice. Now dig right in. Yes, the pity of it is you could be a perfectly charming, witty, amiable man if you wanted to.
I don't want to be charming.
But you are. Look at you now. You can't help it. Now sit down. We'll talk about something else. But before we change the subject, there's one more thing I'm going to say.
I won't listen. You can't make me. And I won't ask you to marry me.
I suppose that means you want me to ask you. Well, I'm sorry, Horace, I'm turning you down.
How can you turn me down? I'm asking.
No use arguing. I've made up your mind. Here, let me clip your wings.
I don't want my wings clipping.
No man does, Horace. No man does.
I think I've got a headache. I'm going back to the hotel.
Hang on now. The dance competition's about to start.
Well, here's the money to pay for the dinner. Here's $20. Wait a minute. There's only $1. 3 dimes, 5 pennies, And a button, this is not my wallet. I've lost my wallet. Here's my
Barnaby,
wallet.
that wallet you found.
Impossible, I can't imagine you without your wallet.
It's Vandergelders! Cornelius, let's get out of here!
What am I going to do? They don't know me here. I've never been here before. Stop eating that turkey. I can't breathe.
Oh, Horace, it's the latest thing of confidence. And there's one dancer I particularly want you to see. You must observe his graceful movements.
Wait a minute. That man, that dancer.
Oh, isn't he wonderful? With a talent like that, he's sure to win the Solid Brass Cup.
So long, Mr. Malloy. It's been a perfectly wonderful evening, but I'm afraid we're going to have to cut it a bit short.
Oh, Cornelius, we must just have one dance.
The Vandergelders sitting right over there. We're going to go!
We will go, but we'll dance our way out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the cup is...
Now you are all charged with disturbing the peace, assaulting battery, inciting to riots, and several other equally serious violations of the law of this city. Here to speak in your behalf. Levi, Counselor at Law.
Your Honor, the defense rests. In fact, the defense does more than just rest. It advocates in favor of the one real culprit. Horace Vandergelder of Yonkers, New York.
Dolly!
The one man responsible for those grievous charges of cruelty against this poor, unfortunate minor. Would you mind repeating that, please?
Begging your pardon, Mr. Levi, but if it please the court, I have something to say.
The very person to sum up for the defense. Go right ahead, Mr. Hackle. And I'm sure you'll find no more impartial and unbiased. And I see before me on this bench. Good night, Your Honor.
Good night, Cousin Dolly.
Come on in here, Snackle. You testify against me and you'll be dismissed.
You've already done that, Mr. Vandergelder.
Well, do it again.
You've done it again, too. But even if you hadn't, I'd still say what I have to say. I don't know much about disturbing the peace or inciting to riot, but I do know that what happened to me today, which is the most important thing that can happen to a man, might never have happened if I'd obeyed your orders and stayed in Yonkers, New York. Your Honor, I'm talking about none other than love.
What? You mean to say that after 33 years, one evening off and you're in love?
Oh, no, Mr. Vandergelder. I didn't fall in love with Mrs. Irene Malloy in this city in an evening. An hour, even that's too long. What's less than a minute?
A second.
Less than that.
A moment.
That's it. Oh, I'll go slowly so you can get it all down. It only takes a moment for your eyes to meet, and then your heart knows in a moment you will never be alone again. I held her for an instant, but my arms felt sure and strong. It only takes a moment to be loved the whole life long. Isn't the world full of wonderful things? Well, there I sat, cooped up in Yonkers for years and years, and all the time, wonderful people like Mrs. Malloy were walking around New York, and I didn't know them at all. I don't know whether you can all see her from where you're sitting. Well, for instance, the way her eye and cheek and forehead come together up here. Well, can you? I tell you right now that a fine woman is the greatest work of God on earth. You can talk all you like about Niagara Falls and the pyramids. They aren't in it at all. Of course, I've seen women before, but today I talk to one equal to equal. And they're so different from men. And they're awfully mysterious, too. I bet you could know a woman 100 years without ever being really sure whether she liked you or not. Today, I lost so many things. My job, my future, everything that people think is important to them. But I don't care. Even if I have to dig ditches for the rest of my life, I'll be a ditch digger. Who once had a wonderful day.
I missed a few words back there, Mr. Hackle. Right after, it only.
Takes a moment, but it all felt sure and strong. It
his arms held sure and strong. It only takes a moment to be loved a whole life long.
And that is all that love's about.
And we'll recall when time runs out.
That it only took a moment to be loved a whole life long.
Dismiss. All dismissed. All except Horace Vandergelder. Young to New York. You're all free, my children. Go on.
You can see the prisoner now, Mrs. Levi.
Well, Horace, here's your life without niece, without clerks, without bride, and without your wallet. It looks like there's only one more thing to say.
If it's to ask me to marry you, Dolly, never. Not in a million years will I ever ask you to marry me.
Oh, that wasn't it at all, Horace. All I wanted to say to you was goodbye.
What?
Goodbye.
Now hold on, Dolly.
It's no use, Horace. I failed. And when a woman fails, there's nothing else she can say.
Wait.
Goodbye.
Now, hey.
Goodbye. 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 Don't try to stop me, wave your little hand and whip to so long, dearie. You ain't gonna see me anymore. But when you discover that your life is dreary, don't you come a knocking at the door. 'Cause I'll be all dolled up and singing that song that says, you dog, I told you so. So wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, dearie, should have said so long ago. Because you treated me so rotten and rough, I've had enough of feeling low. So wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, dearie, should have said so long ago. 'Cause I can hear that choo-choo calling me on to a fancy new address. Yes, I can hear that choo-choo calling me on to that happiness express. I'm gonna learn to sing and dance and smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna far away from youngers as a girl can get. And on those cold winter nights, Horace, you can snuggle up to your cash register. It's a little lumpy, but it rings. Don't come a knocking, I'll be all dolled up and singing that song that says, you dog, I told you so. So, Horace, you will find your life is that old story when you see a Dolly shuffling off to glory. Oh, I should have said so long. The wedding's 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So long ago.
I wouldn't marry you, Dolly Levi. You're the last woman on earth. Not if you asked me 1,000,000 times. Never. Didn't need you before, and I don't need you now. You go your way, and I'll go mine. Dolly Gallagher. Dolly Gallagher!
You stamped, Mr. Vandergelder?
What? Oh, it's you, Mr. Heckle, is it? Come crawling back, have you?
Oh, no, Mr. Vandergelder. I just stopped by for $146.35. You see, I've decided to go into business. And since the only business I know is hay and feed, I'm opening my own store.
And Cornelius has found the perfect location, Mr. Vandergelder. Right across the street from you.
Going to compete with Vandergelders, are you? Well, just you try. Oh, so it's you, is it? What do you want?
My back salary for the past 4 months, Mr. Vandergelder, $6.12.
You can't do this to me. I won't let you. I'll get you in your courts. I'll get lawyers. I'll go.
Miss Vandergelder, as I live and breathe, if you don't look handsome in that outfit. So few men nowadays have the courage to wear fawn, yellow, and puce.
Dolly Gallagher.
Now, I know what you're going to say. You're not satisfied with that girl. Now I have found for you another girl, the ideal wife. But don't let me interrupt you. You were doing something. What were you doing?
And getting Cornelius's money done. $146.
And 35 cents.
$6.12 of mine.
And the money my mama left me.
$52.48.
38.
48.
All right. Give us the money you're after. The safe's upstairs. And I've got the key. You wait here, Dolly Gallagher.
Money, 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 money. Horace Vandergelder's money. It's like the sun we walk under. It can kill or cure. Vandergelder's never tired of saying that most of us in this world are fools. And in a way, he's right, isn't he? Himself, Cornelius, Irene, myself, we're all fools. And we're all in danger of destroying the world in our folly. But the surest way to keep us out of trouble is to give us the 4 or 5 human pleasures that are our right in the world. And that takes a little money. Now, the difference between a little money and no money at all is enormous and can shatter the world. And the difference between a little money and an enormous amount of money is very slight and can shatter the world. It's all in how you use it. As my late husband, Ephraim Levi, always said, money, if you'll pardon the expression, is like manure. It's not worth a thing unless you spread it around, encouraging young things to grow. Anyhow, that's the opinion of the second Mrs. Vandergelder. Which reminds me, Ephraim, I'm ready for that sign.
That goes upstairs.
Now, Horace, I was saying, I have found for you the ideal wife.
Dolly Gallagher, I don't want you to find me no ideal wives. If I want an ideal wife, I'll find one for myself. And I've done it, damn it. And it's you.
Horace!
Oh, I know I've been a fool about this Mrs. Malloy and the other woman. Dolly, forgive me and marry me.
Now, Horace, stop right there. You know as well as I do that you're the first citizen of Yonkers, and your wife would have to be a somebody. Answer me now. Am I a somebody?
You are wonderful woman.
Oh, you're partial. No, it wouldn't be enough to load your wife with money and jewels, to insist that she be a benefactress to half the town. By the way, it's bad business letting Cornelius open a store right across the street. Better take him back and let him be your partner.
Partner?
And then Barnaby can have Cornelius's old job.
Now, hold on, Dolly.
That way we can all be together so we can dance at Ermengarde's wedding.
Now, hold on, Dolly, you've gone too far. I'll not dance at any wedding. Besides, I can't dance. It could take me a week, months, a year. I'll dance.
Why, Horace Vandergelder, I never thought I'd hear you say a thing like that.
Mr. Vandergelder?
Upstairs, you idiot. Well, go on. What are you waiting for?
Horace Vandergelder, what is going on up there?
Oh, nothing. I just decided that I'd have the front room done over in blue wallpaper.
Horace.
Well, I know the old wallpaper ain't worn out yet, but you see, that young fella's just set up in business and he needs a helping hand. And, well, I've always felt money, if you pardon the expression, is a bit like manure. You don't spread it about.
Thank you, Efton.
Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you here where you belong. I never knew